Yo, what's poppin', man? It's your man Stride here again. And yeah, I'm back with some commentary. It's been a minute since I had some of this. But yeah, so I'll just do an update on my audio equipment and stuff like that another time. But for now, I'm gonna get into this video. Right? Because of the nature of this guy's team in the video, I had to switch up my playstyle mid-game. I had to make adjustments mid-game to be able to succeed and actually win. It took that extra level of being able to understand what he was doing to me and knowing what tools I had at my disposal to be able to do what I needed to do. A lot of times people just like to go and complain about what their opponent is doing rather than just adjusting to the situation. Alright, now since I done said all of that, now we can get into it. So off gate, I knew he had, a projectile team. I knew I had to pick my dashes wisely. So I started, doing some tag dashes, which means, I would send out my support as a dash, so that way it'll save me from the counter, but at the same time it's getting rid of his projectiles because it's going through them. Alright, so at this point I saw that he wanted to use a short air combo and get some damage in quick, and at this point I realized this guy knew exactly what he was doing, because earlier, a few seconds ago, he was doing the infinite air combo, or not even air combo but shuriken combo, because a lot of times if you just hold block long enough on projectile characters, you regain your guard. So he knew firsthand that Shino had, I'll be able to guard if he just kept doing that. So he did the infinite. See, and he's switching perfectly in the sense too, because if he just would have kept doing the shuriken combo, I would be able to regain my guard. He made sure that didn't happen. And see, one of the things that made this team so deadly is the poke power. Every time I would try to approach him or dash or something, it'd be some projectile lingering that would, interrupt me from comboing him. So just whenever I got in there, like right now, I had to stay tight. Whenever I got in there, I had to stay in there. But the thing is that a lot of the times, Shino, he has a pretty good priority once you're up close. So that's why sometimes I have to get away. But I have to time my switches properly to interrupt whenever he's doing it. And you see, when he get me in situations like this, it's almost perfect, because while he has that going, see right there, I just had to rush him. Once I was in there, I just had to keep dashing. But the thing about him is, when he's got those projectile strings, he's expecting me to sub it than dashing, because he's waiting just to counter me. So in the senses though, I have to dash through the projectile, but without reaching him. I'm using the dash not really as a means of attacking him, but as a means of getting through the projectile. And then I have to stop myself and do something to him. Because if I just go through the projectile and try to attack him at the same time, he's going to counter me every time. I think we started to see that later on. And then also I knew that both of my characters, Sugetsu and Kisame, they both have some pretty nice air combos that take up a lot of space and just overall no fly zone. So I know once I'm in the air doing air combos, I should be switching. That way I can nick any part of him if he subs near me while I'm doing air combos. At the same time, even though this guy has projectile characters, he still happens to know like the proper time when they do regular combos. Like if you see, he's no slouch. I can tell he knows how to use regular characters too. So it's really, I would get nothing from bashing this guy. It's just, am I going to be able to adapt to get better and be able to handle it? And right there, he got the round. So right here, I'm just, testing out my connection a little bit, jumping around. I always tend to do that in between rounds. Right there, alright, so he tried the tilt. I threw the shurikens just to try to cancel whatever's tilt. And then here you go. At this point, he decided to switch to Uzukasa. So he wanted to switch up. He switched up the timing of his projectiles, because those projectiles are slower than the others. So normally those would still be there. At this point, it might sound crazy, but I was trying to beat a projectile character or projectile team with my projectiles, even though I'm not a projectile team. So a lot of times I use my shurikens for spacing and like constant pressure at the same time. So even though he has a shuriken team, see right here he's doing infinite. And then he was waiting to counter me. So at this point I just kind of got lucky though, but I kind of find that bullshit how his shuriken combo actually interrupted my dash somehow. But it's all good. At that point it saved me. Right here, I'm still trying to switch to kind of throw him off. I'm just kind of waiting for my chance. Even though I'm losing right now, I know I can always bring it back if I just, don't get overwhelmed and relax. A lot of times what happens is when people get in situations like this, they tend to crack. And then right there, I tried to do the R support combo. I ended up getting it right there, but I tried to do it to finish him off earlier, but I had messed up. I call it the R support combo because it's using the right analog stick. Right here, I'm just still trying to. I'm not cracking, even though they hit me. I'm not panicking. I'm just, even though I'm taking damage right here and all of that, I'm just relaxing, still relaxing. At this point, I don't learn this guy's game. It's a little too late this time. And I'm getting damage here and there. Is it possible comeback? Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so like the depth perception right there is like I couldn't see. I couldn't tell that it was that close to me. I really thought I had more space. Alright, but in this next fight, since I already know how he fights now. I know his strategy, I know his game. Now it's up to me if I'm gonna adapt. I always kinda give you the first match is always, well, alright, you figured out what. Alright, in this fight, I'm basically like, what's up? What's good? I'm gonna come at you as fast as I can at one point, just to see if you can handle it. Because some people, their counter sense might not be on point. They just bluff. So at this point, I'm on point. I'm ready for you. I'm coming in. Bam, counter. Okay. All right, that was a good move right there. He created a no-fly zone. I was basically the only way I could do anything was to get out of there. So right here, I'm doing my support dash in a sense, just to get them to go through the projectile. So right here, nothing really looks different. It looks like I'm getting beat worse than before. But all you have to do is just stay calm and just stick with your game plan, or just tweak it just enough. So at this point, he was feeling really comfortable. And at this point, I was starting to think that maybe I bit off more than I could chew. He's playing really smart with his team. I think right there, I can't even see. I think I missed it. I did the support item trick, whereas though you switch and do your item and you still maintain it. But it's pretty hard to pull off. I know how to do it now though. So alright, all this time I kinda like was in there but not really in there, just to get his subs down so I can take my chance. So once he has no subs, this is my chance to come back basically. All game he's been beating my ass, but I've been up on subs. At this point I've been kinda slowly doodling him now. Now it's my time to actually come back. Now I just have to make it count. So at this point his subs are starting, he has one sub, he has no subs again. So now I have to go in basically. This is what I've been working for all game. Slowly getting my ass beat, but at the same time staying up on subs. Now he has none, and he's consistently staying with the one that no subs. That was the game plan. But now he's fighting back. So I just lost my chance. I don't know if he realized that's what I was doing, but basically I lost my chance. So at this point, he's playing smart now. He's playing somebody with a short range team at a long to mid range. There's nothing I can do about that. There's no way I'm going to beat him at that game with the characters that I have. That was a good dodge. How he just jumped over my grab. I don't think he knew it was coming necessarily though. It could have just been reflexes. All right, that right there was kind of nonsense. I tried to throw the shurikens to interrupt his tilt, but I ended up getting hit by the tilt. And then the things that he threw during the tilt. So right here, I'm just trying to finesse. It looks like I'm getting beat pretty bad, but I'm still staying calm. Still staying calm. All right, now he has no subs again. So this is what I was referring to before. When people get too comfortable, they start thinking they can sub things because it doesn't matter to them at this point anymore. But at the same time, if he refuses to sub, he's going to be taking unnecessary damage. So now I'm bringing it all the way back, just that quick. Bam, 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 bam. So all game basically, I just wanted to stay within the game and just bide my time and wait for my chances. Just keep fighting with him till I get his subs down. and when I get my chances, I have to capitalize on them. That's the only way I saw myself beating this team. I had to stick. If I had a chance to shift the momentum to my favor, I had to take it. But if I didn't, don't force it, because if I force it, fighting a team like this, that's how you get beat. You just have to stay within it. You got to be patient. So at this point, I'm being very patient in the sense that I'm waiting for my chances. Even though I might be losing now, I have faith in my ability later on when he has no subs that I'm able to capitalize or make it count when it matters. When it matters the most. So here, now I'm actually up on subs. Everything is slowly starting to get to him. But at the same time, this guy's no slouch. He's still putting up a fight. So here, he has no subs. That was bullshit. But I thought that was my chance to, actually guard break him and then go into, the R combos and do extra damage and stuff like that. But that right there shifted the whole momentum of the fight. I was up in everything. Now he has his subs back and up on health. But at the same time, I couldn't panic. Because if I panic, that's when it's over. So at this point, he countered me, I'm okay. I'm just relaxing. I'm not letting nothing get to me. See, the whole point of this team that he's using is you have all these things, slapping you across the lip. He's trying to aggravate you in the sense as though you have so many things hitting you, there's so many chances to sub, and you're just going to be losing sub after sub, and you're not even realizing it. That grab barely missed. So even though I'm losing, and he has more subs to me as well, I'm still just hanging in there for the one time that he slips up. And the one time he slips up, I got to take advantage of it, and that's when I'm going to shift the tide. The whole thing about this is just hanging in there long enough for you to find your opportunity. A lot of people say the game is just so simple to the point where you just dash, 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 dash. But as you can see, I can't dash him. If I dash him, I'm going to get countered unless I disguise my dash within something. At the same time, I got so many things slapping me that if my dashes are too shallow, that means like my dashes might not go far enough, I'm going to get smacked by projectiles. Right here, I seen the opportunity to put some pressure on him. I had to take it. Right now, that was good movement by him to get behind that bub ball. See, so much time has passed, but he's doing damage, but not as much as you would expect. At the same time, I've been dueling down his subs, and now when I get my chance, I'm taking it. Now the game is way closer than it may have seemed. And now what he's been trying to do to me all game, I'm about to start doing to him. He's going to start cracking. Now he has no subs. Bam, bam, bam. Not bad. Try to get the grab, fail. Now I'm up. How does that happen? How does this happen? You see, this is what I mean by adaptation. At first, originally in the first game, I lost pretty badly. But from my experience and over time and throughout the middle of the game, I made adjustments to do what I needed to do to win. So for my message out there, for the rest of the players out there, it's just, of course it might be annoying or it might not be the most fun to play, but it'll make you a better player in the end. Instead of doing a lot of complaining and everything, just find within what you can do within the game itself to make it less, less hard on yourself and actually come through to win possibly. I'm not saying as soon as you see somebody pit something, go back to character select, because you're not gonna get anything from that. All you did was just switch characters. You didn't just make yourself better as a player. You just switch characters. But this has been Straw Hat, man. I'm gonna get off my soapbox and let me know if you guys want some more of this or if I shouldn't do this anymore. Yo, but peace.